Welcome everybody, one more week. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna speak to you about the Dunning Kruger effect. Maybe you have heard about that, but making this video I realized about something very interesting. That is that probably we've been using the Dunning Kruger effect all the time in a wrong way. So today I'm gonna explain you what is the real thing of the Dunning Kruger effect, what is the misconception, and some tips on how to use it properly in your business or in your project. Remember that these videos are not intended to be like very exhaustive, so the idea of these videos are to be an entry gate for you to all this knowledge that is outside there. So I truly encourage you, if you like this topic, to do your own research and draw your own conclusions always about any topic, about any video, okay, with no further ado, I think that it's time to get to the content. My name is Borja-Marin, this is Corporate Cats, welcome and let's go! The Dunning-Kruger effect is a cognitive bias in which people with low knowledge of a specific domain have the tendency of overestimating their own knowledge. As well, the opposite has been reported, in which people with high skills in that specific domain have the tendency of underestimating themselves a little bit. In other words, that means that when you are, and we speak always about specific domain, thinking about specific domain, when you assess your own skills, when you're in the coding low, you will have, according to the Dunning-Kruger effect, you will have the tendency to think that you actually know more than what you know. And in the other instances, you are an expert, and in certain occasions you will have the tendency to think that actually you know less and that you score less in certain tests that you would have done it, right? This is basically the principle of it. Now, let's go to the popular misconception. But before that, I think that I need to open the door to my cat. Yeah. Now let's go to the misconception. When you look for this Dunning-Kruger effect on the internet, the first thing that you're gonna find probably is this graph that you see right now, in which it correlates the low knowledge of a certain domain to a great confidence on it. This is actually not part of the original studies according to my research. This is a misconception. The other great misconception is that this applies to general intelligence, so a lot of people will use it as an insult, like low intelligent people are often more confident, and then the more intelligent you are, the less confident you are. This is not what the original study said. The graph of the original study, it's rather similar to this one that you can see now, in which, as you can see, like people that score less have the tendency of overestimating themselves, but not necessarily putting themselves on the high percentile of the scale. They just think that they know more, but they don't consider themselves expert. Only in the greatest quartile you will see a decrease in the perception. Okay? What is the take on all of that? My take for all of that is basically that we don't know how to assess our own skills. This is my take. That in most cases, we are very bad at assessing how good are we for specific domain of knowledge. Knowing that, how can we use this in our own advantage? On a personal basis, seek for feedback. Because your perception probably is highly biased, and some things that you can do to understand what is your real knowledge in a specific domain, it's first question your own knowledge. Look for feedback. Surround yourself with people that will tell you the truth, and consider all kind of feedback. Go like 360 feedback. Ask your managers. If you're a manager, ask the people you're managing, other stakeholders, people that are in teams that they need to work with you, and keep always this shadow of doubt about your own skills. Question your own skills, not in order to get you less confident, but in order to understand what are your weak points and in which parts are you biased in that matter. From a managerial standpoint, what you can do to help your team to overcome this effect. For example, one example that it's very clear is in which one of your team members will commit the same mistake over and over again. And they are confident that they are not making this mistake, probably because they think that they are not making this mistake because they think that they are doing the right thing. So you need to help them to understand what are the real level of knowledge and try to make it more accurate to the reality. It goes as well with the top performance that we saw in the original paper. There is a tendency on high knowledge people to underestimate themselves. In that case, it can come what it's commonly denominated as the imposter syndrome, in which you are highly qualified, but you believe yourself you being less or not as good qualified. In that case, if you identify something like that, you need to procure space and opportunity for these people so they can prove how their skills are actually valued and valuable. And if they're not that confident about that, it's your job to accompany them, make sure that you are their safety net, and once that they understand that they can do it, their confidence will grow and their own assessment of their own skills will be more related to the reality. That's it for today. Thank you very much for being one more week with me. The important take of this video, or what I really want you to take with you this week, is do your own research before you see something like shiny on the internet. There are many aspects on that. As I mentioned with this Dunning Kruger effect, there are like even pages that will say that nowadays we should move on even from this framework. However, I still consider that the point of not assessing our own skills, it's a valid point, something that we should consider. But again, don't believe anything that you see on the internet, and just find it for yourself, draw your own conclusions. Thank you very much for being one more week with me, and see you the next one. Bye.